History created as Dewan Rakyat approves Vote 18. At least 10 dead, dozens trapped as building collapses in Mumbai. Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. I'm Muhammad Amin and you're watching News on 2. Well, the Dewan Rakyat created history as over two-thirds majority agreed to amendment to the federal constitution to lower the voting age to 18. The Dewan Rakyat, which has 222 members, would only require 148 votes for the bill to be passed. Now, it secured the support of 211 MPs after it went for block voting twice.
Ini adalah satu hari dalam sejarah Malaysia. Tak pernah berlaku. Saya ada biasa dengan parlimen ni agak lama. Tapi inilah kali pertama yang mana satu undang-undang diluluskan dengan semua pihak bersetuju. Tidak ada satu pun undi yang menolak. Dan ini merupakan satu era baru yang mana parti lawan pun nampak kebaikan tindakan yang telah diambil oleh kerajaan ini.
Prime Minister Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamad also thanked the opposition who kept to their promise to support the amendment.
Kita terima kasihlah mereka tunaikan janji. Tak semacam kali pertama di waktu kita nak sebut berkenaan dengan 3 wilayah.
Commenting on the matter, Youth and Sports Minister Syed Saddiq Syed Abdul Rahman said the amendment made to the Constitution is a win for all youths. He added that Pakatan Harapan has made good on its election promise to empower more youth voters.
Khususnya apabila kerajaan tidak ada two-third majority tetapi tetap dapat menyatu padukan semua demi masa depan anak muda. Secara jujur saya rasa kemenangan ini tidak berpihak kepada Harapan ataupun Barisan Nasional ataupun PAS ataupun GPS. Tetapi kemenangan hari ini milik anak muda. Anak muda yang mahukan suara mereka didengari, bergema di parlimen dan juga di luar parlimen.
Meanwhile, Communication and Multimedia Minister Gobind Singh Deo said that this is a step forward for the country's democratic system.
Ini adalah satu rang undang-undang yang sangat penting, ianya membawa pembinaan kepada perlembagaan persekutuan berkenaan dengan satu perkara yang kepada saya sangat besar kesan dia, di mana kita ini menurunkan had umur untuk undi kepada umur 18. Saya rasa inilah satu rang undang-undang yang baik, ianya menunjukkan bahawa kita adalah satu negara yang maju di mana kita mempunyai masyarakat walaupun muda boleh berfikir.
The Finance Ministry respects the two main recommendations of the Public Accounts Committee, or PAC, that the violation of the laws and non-compliance of regulations on the repayment of goods and services tax, GST, should not recur. Finance Minister Lim Guan Eng, in a statement on the PAC report, said the report confirmed that there were several non-compliances in the repayment of GST by the previous government.
Lim said the GST had been violated as Attorney General had informed PAC that the collected tax should be channeled into the GST Refund Consolidated Fund to enable payment made in 14 working days. The GST collection was instead channeled directly into a consolidated revenue account, which, according to the Attorney General, infringed the basic principle of trust and trust accounting requirement, and it is not in line with the provisions of Section 54, subsection 2 and Section 54, subsection 5 of the GST Act 2014. The PAC report concluded that the former government had used the GST collection for other purposes, which subsequently led to a shortfall of 19.25 billion ringgit. The Accountant General in the PAC report said 19.4 billion ringgit which should be used to repay GST, had been spent for management and development expenditure, while the Customs Department admitted 19.4 billion ringgit has yet to be repaid as there was insufficient fund in the GST repayment fund. The GST repayment fund, as at 31st of May 2018, was only 150 million ringgit. Lim said PSC has recommended two measures to ensure the government's administration fully comply with the laws of the country, especially in financial procedures, for a more orderly and accountable financial administration system. The PAC also recommended the officers entrusted with the relevant responsibilities to advise the government on laws, procedures and statistics without fear or favor, especially on cash flow planning and accountability in financial discipline.
The Communications and Multimedia Ministry will be lodging a report with the Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission (MACC) on issues raised on the management of funds by the Malaysian Communications and Multimedia Commission. Its Minister Gobind Singh Diao in a statement said he viewed seriously the findings in the Auditor General's Report 2018 Series 1, which was released on Monday concerning the matter.
Gobind said after Pakatan Harapan came into power following the 14th general election last year, the ministry had stopped appointing special officers for the minister and deputy minister using MCMC funds. He added that the ministry has also stopped carrying out corporate social responsibility programs for the minister, and the allocation for the purpose has been transferred for operating expenditure of the MCMC. Series 1 report stated that MCMC Provident Fund spending was not managed efficiently and effectively, in particular relating to expenses under the direction of previous minister. This included expenditure on MCMC's 12 CSR programs amounting to around 12 million ringgit under the minister's directive. The report also highlighted the appointment of 9 special officers to the minister and deputy minister, totaling 1.22 million ringgit. Meanwhile, Gobind said the ministry also noted the audit reviews which are related to the management of the Film in Malaysia incentive under the management of the National Film Development Corporation Malaysia, FINAS. He said FINAS was taking administrative action to ensure that the same problem does not recur in future.
Well, police will conduct a comprehensive investigation and will not rush into taking action against those who are alleged to have been involved in the sex video scandal involving Santubong PKR Youth Chief Haziq Abdullah Abdul Aziz and another individual. Inspector General of Police Dato Sri Abdul Hamid Badur said the investigation will be done in accordance with the Standard Operating Procedure (SOP).
Kes begini begitu rumit, dia melibatkan tokoh politik, orang-orang apa ni. Jadi pihak polis memang berhati-hati. Berhati-hati, kita tidak tergopoh-gapah, tergesa-gesa untuk mengambil tindakan. Sebab kita takut ada pihak yang teraniaya. So kita tindakan-tindakan kita ni terus, ya, jelas kita ambil mengikut SOP siasatan. Kita berhubung balik dengan mengemukakannya kepada Jabatan Peguam Negara untuk arahan-arahan selanjutnya. Begitulah fail akan pergi ke sana dan dihantar balik ke PDRM dengan arahan-arahan tertentu.
Dato Sri Abdul Hamid said this during an award ceremony to honour policemen with the Pingat Jasa Pahlawan Negara at the Battalion 4 PGA camp. He said no arrests have been made so far. Haziq, together with 5 individuals, including a state assemblyman, are remanded 6 days until Saturday to facilitate investigation into the production and dissemination sex video involving a politician. The investigation is conducted under Section 377B of the Penal Code for committing carnal intercourse against the order of nature and Section 233 of the Communication and Multimedia Act 1998 for distributing and possessing pornographic material.
Well, Malaysia recorded a total of 281,527 road accidents within the first 6 months of this year, which is an increase of 2.5% compared to 274,556 for the same period last year. Now, the total number of fatalities recorded was 3,071 and largely involved motorcyclists and pillion riders.
Kemalangan maut dalam tempoh yang sama 2018 3,077 kes dan pada tahun ini telah menurun sedikit kepada 2,862 kes. Jadi ini bermakna dalam tempoh 6 bulan 2 tahun ini 2019 dan 2018 kita telah mencatatkan penurunan sebanyak 215 kes kemalangan maut ataupun setakat 6 bulan pertama ini kita telah berjaya menurunkan sebanyak 7%.
Bukit Rahman Investigation and Traffic Enforcement Director Dato' Azizman Alias said this in a press conference held in Bukit Rahman yesterday. He added that Selangor recorded the highest number of accidents, totaling with 83,607 cases, followed by Johor 41,161 cases and Kuala Lumpur with 36,288 cases.
Well, coming up next, Trade optimistic of achieving 1 trillion ringgit in exports for 2019. Well, Bahrain has expressed an interest in importing Proton's latest model, the X70. An Entrepreneur Development Minister, Dato' Sri Muhammad Rezwan Yusof, said he found during his recent working visit to Bahrain that the country was keen on strengthening bilateral relations and Proton could benefit from this.
Speaking after the launch of Koperasi Harapan Berhad or KHB in Kuala Lumpur, Dato' Sri Muhammad Rizwan said besides Bahrain, Proton can also look to enter the East European market. He said the ministry had already conveyed Bahrain's interest to Proton Holdings and it was up to the company to pursue the matter. He also urged local entrepreneurs to think of ways to tap into the overseas market and benefit from it.
Supaya mereka menerokai dan kita boleh membantu dari segi menghubung rapatkan antara dua negara. Apakah contohnya bentuk facilitation yang boleh buat? Okey, kita boleh hubungkan dengan industri dia.
Meanwhile, on the launch of KHB, he said it will create healthy competition among Angkatan Koperasi Kebangsaan Malaysia Berhad or ANKASA members. According to Dato' Sri Muhammad Rizwan, KHB will also offer an e-wallet application that comprises digital transactions, market space, al-ranu, promotion, credit offerings and secured transactions. The e-wallet is expected to be launched in 3 months' time, pending approval from relevant authorities, including the Securities Commissions and Bank Negara Malaysia.
The Malaysia External Trade Development Corporation, Trade, is optimistic that Malaysia's total exports projection of more than 1 trillion ringgit set by the Ministry of International Trade and Industry can be achieved due to the positive catalysts and economic outlook moving forward. Its Chief Executive Officer, Dato' Wan Latif Wan Musa, said for January to May this year, Malaysia recorded total exports of 405.36 billion ringgit, an increase of 0.3% when compared with the same period last year.
Meanwhile, SAGE's latest survey entitled We Power the Nation revealed that 59% of Malaysian businesses are positive on trade performance moving forward despite the global trade challenges. SAGE Asia's Vice President and Managing Director Arlene Werrett said 6 out of 10 domestic businesses were optimistic that trade would improve in the next 12 months, driven by previous year's healthy performance and profit growth, as well as stronger inter-regional trading prospects. Despite volatility in the current global market due to the US-China trade war, where it said the survey showed that Malaysian businesses continue to rely on key trading partners such as China, the US and Japan.
Positive sentiment about the future of trade in Malaysia. 59% of our participants saw that there is a positive outlook, and their sentiment was based on prior year performance. We also noted that there were key barriers to trade, and specifically what was noted by our participants is some of the challenges around jurisdictional compliance, the different legislations in different countries.
In addition to that, Datuk Wan Latif said Martrade will continue to help spur the economic growth of SMEs, especially in the halal industry through loans and other initiatives.
South again, we're talking about SMEs because more SMEs from our database are involved in the halal and processed food business than any other sectors actually. So which goes to show that assisting or rather promoting halal means promoting SMEs at the same time.
Coming up in sports, CAS rejects appeals from Zulfadli and Chun Siang. Well, the Badminton World Federation, or BWF, has confirmed that the appeals to the Court of Arbitration for Sports, or CAS, by Malaysian players Zulfadli, Zulkifli and Tan Chun Siang against the decision of the BWF Ethics Hearing Panel in April 2019 have both been dismissed.
BWF in a statement said the Ethics Hearing Panel rendered its decision on 27th of April 2018, banning Zulfadli from competitive events and performing any role in badminton for 20 years. The panel also ordered Zulfadli to pay a fine of 98,162 ringgit, while Chun Siang received a 15-year ban and a fine of 58,897 ringgit. The former world junior champion and former Malaysian national player ended up their career after being suspended from competing in badminton for 15 and 25 years respectively for breaching the BWF Code of Conduct in relation to betting, wagering and irregular match results. In reaching their decision, the three-member independent panel found that Chun Siang committed 26 violations of the 2012 Code of Conduct in relation to betting, wagering and irregular match results, while Zulfadli committed 27 violations of the 2012 Code of Conduct in relation to betting, wagering and irregular match results, and 4 violations of the 2016 Code of Conduct in relation to betting, wagering and irregular match results. The suspension began from 12 January 2018, the date on which both players were provisionally suspended by the BWF.
Well, 25 players were selected by the National Under-15 coach P. Maniam to participate in the China Football Association, or CFA, Under-15 Championship to be held at Haikou City from 16 to 23rd July. And among them was Raja Muhammad Haikal Raja Muhammad Zahari, the National Football Development Program, or NFDP trainee, who would be going for training with Cerezo Osaka, Japan's League One Professional Football Club Academy in Osaka, Japan in August.
The Under-15 squad would start their campaign against Iran on the 18th of July, China on 20th of July and North Korea on the 22nd of July.
Tengok dari segi injury first, kita nak tengok kecederaan, lepas tu kita akan buat keputusan. Tapi saya rasa ini 25 player pun ada quality untuk bermain kesebelasan utama ataupun reserve.
The Football Association of Malaysia, or FAM, in a statement said their participation was in preparation for the 2019 AFF Under-15 Championship, which will start from the 24th of July to the 10th of August in Chonburi, Thailand, and 23 players will be selected for the tournament after returning from China. The squad under Maniam was drawn up in Group B together with hosts Thailand, Laos, Cambodia, Brunei and Australia. Malaysia would face Brunei in their opening match on the 28th of July, and this would be followed by Cambodia on the 30th of July, Australia on 1st August, Laos on the 3rd of August and Thailand on the 5th of August.
And that concludes this afternoon's edition of News on 2. In our top story, history created as Dewan Rakyat approves Vote 18 with bipartisan support. Join us again at 7 p.m. for more updates on the latest happenings here and around the world. Thanks for joining us. I'm Amin Carlos, and stay tuned to TV2.